Summer 2025 marks a grim turning point in the war in Ukraine. After years of conflict, a new and even more intense phase has begun. One that tests the resilience of the Ukrainian people and the resolve of the international community. The nature of the war has shifted, demanding a new understanding of the strategies at play. The conflict is now dominated by relentless aerial attacks, a constant barrage that has redefined the battlefield. The skies, once a symbol of freedom, are now contested space, filled with danger and uncertainty. Russia has launched a sustained campaign of drone and missile strikes, employing a strategy of overwhelming force from above. This aerial assault is not just about military targets, it's a calculated effort to break the spirit of the Ukrainian people, transforming the skies above Ukrainian cities into active battlegrounds. What were once peaceful urban landscapes are now zones of intense aerial combat, with air defense systems working tirelessly to intercept incoming threats. Air raid sirens are now a daily reality for millions, a constant reminder of the ever-present danger. These piercing sounds dictate the rhythm of life, forcing families to seek shelter and disrupting any semblance of normalcy. As Russia aims to overwhelm Ukraine's defenses and break civilian morale, the attacks are designed to stretch Ukraine's resources thin, testing the limits of its air defense capabilities and the endurance of its population. Each day and night, waves of projectiles are launched from Russian territory, Crimea, and the Black Sea, creating a constant threat from multiple directions. The geography of the conflict has expanded, with launch sites strategically positioned to maximize impact, targeting both infrastructure and civilian areas. The intent is clear: to cripple Ukraine's ability to function and to sow fear among its citizens. Power plants, water facilities, and communication hubs are hit repeatedly, disrupting essential services and making life increasingly difficult for ordinary Ukrainians. The attacks are systematic, aimed at dismantling the very foundations of society. But so are homes, hospitals, and shopping centers. These are not collateral damage. They are deliberate targets, designed to inflict maximum suffering and terrorize the population. This new phase is defined by its scale and indiscriminate nature, a relentless assault that knows no boundaries. The sheer volume of attacks is unprecedented, pushing Ukraine to its breaking point, blurring the line between military and civilian targets. The rules of war seem to have been abandoned, with devastating consequences for the civilian population. Moscow's strategy is to exhaust Ukraine's resources and willpower, to grind down its defenses and break its spirit of resistance. This is a war of attrition, a long and brutal struggle with no end in sight. By saturating air defenses with cheap drones, paving the way for more destructive missiles, the drones act as decoys, forcing Ukraine to expend valuable resources on less significant targets, leaving them vulnerable to more powerful attacks. It's a war of attrition, fought in the sky, a constant battle for control of the airspace above Ukraine. The outcome of this aerial conflict will determine the fate of the nation. With technology as the new front line, advanced weapon systems, drone technology, and electronic warfare are all playing a crucial role in this evolving conflict. In this report, we'll break down the escalation, the weapons involved, and the devastating impact on Ukraine. We aim to provide a comprehensive analysis of the current situation, shedding light on the complexities of this brutal conflict. We'll show how Ukraine is fighting back, and the crucial role of international support. The resilience of the Ukrainian people is remarkable, and the aid provided by the international community is essential to their survival. Understanding this phase is key to understanding the future of the conflict, to predicting the next moves and anticipating the challenges that lie ahead. The stakes are high, and the consequences will be far-reaching, and the fate of a nation under siege. The outcome of this war will have profound implications for the future of Ukraine and the stability of the region. The stakes for Ukraine have never been higher. This is a critical moment in the nation's history, a time of unprecedented challenge and uncertainty. The world is watching as this new chapter unfolds, with the hope that a peaceful resolution can be found amidst the devastation. The eyes of the world are on Ukraine as the nation fights for its survival. The surge in aerial attacks is the result of a strategic shift by the Kremlin, driven by a ground stalemate. Russia has ramped up drone and missile production, enabling larger, more frequent strikes. The goal: cripple Ukraine's infrastructure, undermine morale, and pressure international allies. By targeting energy and economic hubs, Russia aims to create humanitarian crises and test Western resolve. As Ukraine acquires better air defenses, Russia adapts, using complex tactics and mixed weapon types to exploit any gaps. These attacks also serve as a show of strength for Russian audiences and a warning to the world. The combination of military, psychological, and political motives has made Ukraine's skies more dangerous than ever. The air war is now a deadly, high-stakes contest of adaptation. Russia's aerial arsenal, a formidable collection of advanced weaponry, is diverse, deadly, and constantly evolving to overcome modern air defenses. It represents a significant challenge to any nation. Swarms of Shahed 136 kamikaze drones, relatively inexpensive but highly effective, are used to overwhelm defenses, saturate the airspace, and deplete Ukraine's interceptor missiles at an unsustainable rate. Cruise missiles like the Caliber, sea-launched and capable of precision strikes, and Kh-101, launched from ships and strategic bombers far from the front lines, fly low and fast, hugging the terrain to evade radar, targeting critical infrastructure with devastating accuracy. Ballistic missiles such as the Iskander-M, mobile and difficult to track, and hypersonic weapons like the Kinzhal, boasting unmatched speed and maneuverability, are reserved for high-value targets, representing a significant threat due to their extreme speed, making them extremely difficult to intercept. Russia combines these weapons in layered attacks, a complex and coordinated strategy: drones to distract and overwhelm air defenses, cruise missiles to exploit gaps and weaknesses in the defensive network, and ballistic or hypersonic missiles for maximum destruction and to ensure penetration of even the most robust defenses. This multi-pronged approach systematically tests and weakens Ukraine's defenses, pushing them to their breaking point. The result: a constant threat of aerial bombardment that forces Ukraine to make impossible choices about what to protect and where to allocate its limited resources. The air war is as much about exhausting resources on both sides, a war of attrition in the skies, as it is about causing destruction and undermining the country's ability to function. The consequences of this relentless aerial campaign are starkly visible across Ukraine. We see it etched in the faces of the people, and in the very landscape itself. It's evident in the shattered cities reduced to rubble and debris, and in the deeply traumatized survivors who are left to pick up the pieces of their former lives. The psychological scars of these attacks will run deep. Odessa's vital port infrastructure, a lifeline for the nation, and its residential areas, where families once thrived, have been repeatedly devastated by relentless missile and drone strikes. Tragically, even emergency workers, the first responders rushing to save lives, have been deliberately targeted in callous double-tap attacks, further compounding the suffering. Kharkiv, a major city, has endured relentless days of intense bombardment, its citizens living under constant threat. These attacks have crippled its energy grid, leaving countless homes without power, and systematically destroying vital infrastructure, including essential facilities like printing presses, hindering the flow of information. Even Kyiv, the capital city, once considered a relative safe haven compared to frontline areas, now finds itself increasingly vulnerable, facing the threat of advanced hypersonic missile attacks. Tragically, these interceptions, while vital for defense, often cause significant collateral damage on the ground, adding another layer of destruction and danger for the civilian population. No region of Ukraine is truly safe from these attacks. The shadow of war looms large across the entire country. Every single attack leaves behind a trail of devastation, resulting in staggering economic loss, widespread damage to critical infrastructure, and profound human tragedy that words can barely capture. The material cost of this destruction is already estimated to be in the billions of dollars, a figure that continues to climb with each passing day. But beyond the financial figures, the human toll, the countless lives lost, the families irrevocably shattered, the communities uprooted and displaced, is truly immeasurable, and represents a wound that will take generations to heal. Behind each strike lies a personal story, a testament to both the resilience of the human spirit and the profound depths of loss and suffering. The devastating impact of this war will undoubtedly echo through Ukrainian society for generations to come, shaping the lives and destinies of its people. For the Ukrainian people, every single day is a testament to their unwavering courage, a constant fight not only to endure the present hardships, but also to painstakingly rebuild their shattered nation, brick by brick. Ukraine's defense is a blend of advanced technology, improvisation, and resilience. Western-supplied systems like Patriot and Iris-T protect key sites, but coverage is limited, forcing tough choices. Mobile fire teams and pickup trucks hunt drones with machine guns and searchlights, conserving expensive missiles for bigger threats. A nationwide network of radar, satellite data, and civilian spotters feeds real-time alerts to both military and civilians. Air raid apps give people precious minutes to seek shelter. Despite successes, Ukraine faces a constant shortage of interceptor missiles, making every barrage a test of endurance. Russia adapts its tactics, probing for weaknesses. Ukraine's defenders must ration resources, knowing every decision could mean life or death. For civilians, the air war means living with constant fear and disruption. Air raid sirens force millions into shelters, upending daily routines and education. Businesses struggle, and even simple errands become dangerous. The psychological toll is immense. Chronic stress, trauma, and exhaustion are widespread, especially among children. Attacks on infrastructure mean blackouts, unreliable water, and hospitals running on generators. Yet, amid hardship, Ukrainians show remarkable resilience. Communities support each other, volunteers clear rubble, and a sense of unity grows stronger. The campaign meant to break their spirit has instead deepened their resolve. Life is hard, but defiance and hope persist. The will to survive and rebuild is unbroken. The civilian struggle is at the heart of Ukraine's resistance. International support is Ukraine's lifeline: air defense systems. Financial aid and humanitarian relief are all critical. Western countries supply vital technology, but the pace and scale often lag behind Ukraine's urgent needs. Sanctions aim to limit Russia's war machine, but their effectiveness is mixed. The coming months will test Ukraine's resilience and the commitment of its allies. The outcome may hinge on whether enough interceptors arrive to blunt Russia's aerial campaign. A decisive victory is unlikely. The war may settle into a prolonged, grinding conflict, or force new diplomatic efforts. The world watches, knowing the stakes extend far beyond Ukraine. The future of global security is being shaped in the skies over Ukraine.